Hello and welcome back to everyone, and to another edition of AEW Dynamite Out of 10. And yeah, big episode of Dynamite this week, because of course it is the Grand Slam edition of Dynamite from Arthur Ashe Stadium. Probably the biggest Dynamite of the year, I would say, that we get kind of every year. So yeah, lots happening, and we start things off with a big ROH World Championship match. Eddie Kingston versus Claudio Castagnoli, and Eddie Kingston finally won the big one. Yeah, it was... I read how about that saw him win the belt. It's a great showcase for the hometown hero who repeatedly clawed his way to the top of AEW, only to be knocked down by the closest defeats. Here he is, finally silenced the doubters and earned a victory over the guy he'd struggled against previously. The sign of respect from competitors was a nice capper to an extraordinary opening that had fans solid behind Kingston and eventually invested into the bout. This was moments in wrestling where there was slam dunks. It was an easy booking decision, and kudos to Tony Khan for doing the right thing and giving Kingston everything here, because yeah, it was a great moment, and it gets 9 out of 10 for me. Yeah, just the best way to start this big episode of Dynamite. Before it's time for Chris Jericho versus Sammy Guevara. Jericho may have won his battle, but Sammy Guevara and Don Callis are on their way to winning the war. Following the events of Wednesday's show, Jericho caught a high flying Spanish God after a code breaker, considering the shooting star press to score the win. After a match, Guevara teased a show of respect before pulling a page from his mentors, but by kicking him low. It was the arrival of Callis and Guevara exiting with him that was the most noteworthy development here. Callis continues to make a living nightmare for Jericho, presumably convincing his star people to betray him and join the Don Callis family. It was an important development that propels the story forward and gives fans a reason to fully invest in Jericho as a face. The match was good, continuing a recent string of strong outings for the Ocho and delivering another shining moment of Guevara, which I think really suited both men. I was a bit surprised Jericho got the win, but I think that will change down the line, to be honest. So I'm going to get 7 out of 10. But moving on then to John Moxley versus Rey Fenix. The last time these two showed the ring, he was carried out of the arena in a stretcher and missed all in. That was Rey Fenix, of course. On Wednesday, Lucha Brother got a measure of revenge, pinning Moxley to win the International Championship after driving the heel into the match with the two Fenix drivers. While the match wasn't at the level of their previous encounter, it was still wrestled strongly and featured a great performance from an intense Phoenix. There will be questions about the health of Moxley after the first Phoenix driver seemingly left him unable to kick out. Excalibur mentioning a scary moments before the end. It was an outcome that was improvised to accommodate an injury. That's one thing. If Phoenix was the intended victory, it kind of seems like that's the case. Phoenix will produce strong matches, but it kind of feels like there's no follow-ups casting. I think, yeah, it just all didn't go to plan, so I can only give it a 6 out of 10 here. It's a real shame these two didn't get to see what they can do, because you know how good it would have been. But yeah, I just hope everything's alright with Moxley, and that's yeah, all you can see really after a bit of a tough match like this. The women's title was then on the line with Saraya defending against Toni Storm. They cheated in an attempt to leave New York with the women's title, both of them. In the end, it was the latter out wrestling the opponent, dodging a calculated hip attack and delivering her own modified spike DDT, securing the win. There's an argument Saraya returning was the least interesting outcome, but it feels like there's still plenty of time and interest in Storm's entertaining persona to build it up a bit before she moves wins the title back again. The question is where the division goes from here. Are there enough interesting challenges and stories to be told in interim? And how will they kind of enhance Saraya and her star power? This is answers that Khan needs to find soon, because yeah, at the moment I'm not totally convinced by it. But yeah, well, I think it's only fair to see where it all goes first. So yeah, I'll give it 6 out of 10. Before it was then time for MJF versus Samoa Joe. MJF proved resilient throughout his defence against Samoa Joe on Wednesday's main event, just long enough for Adam Cole to make his presence felt. The former NXT star wheeled him out of the cocaine clutch and provided the title holder with the steel chain that helped him choke out the challengers to retain. MJF endured a serious baiting from the challenger, but refused to give him, fueled by the desire to remain champion in the home state crowd. He fought through the pain to defeat Joe and keep his reign intact. The outcome says that the true champion underhanded history despite his current babyface role and protects the unstoppable Aura Joe. It also continues the friendship between the Broncos and ensures their story remains a key element of AEW moving forward to the last part of 2023. A strong performance, and yeah, I think another stellar outing for both of these men. And I think, yeah, it was a really fun main event that worked nicely and gets a 7 out of 10 from me. So yeah. Overall, AEW Dynamite gets a 7 out of 10 from me. I thought, yeah, it was a really solid episode of Dynamite this week. Yeah, I thought the main event was great. All the matches throughout the card, really. You know, for what's considered one of the biggest episodes of the year, I would say it most definitely delivered this year. Yeah, just on the whole, a really, really solid show. So good stuff. But anyway, guys, that's it for you. Thanks so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and subscribe to daily wrestling news and subscribe to the channel. It's greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.